Hi guys, I wanted to talk to you guys about one of the cool things about the internet. What I want to do in this video is focus on art on the internet. Many museums, including here in North Carolina, the Mint Museum, have their collections online. Here's why that's cool. Back 100 years ago when my mom was a little girl, she couldn't just look up on her phone that piece of art she was thinking about. She would have to plan a vacation and work in an art museum. But now, with the Smithsonian and the Met and countless other locally owned museums, all putting their collections online, it almost does away with the experience of going to see art. The PBS Idea channel did a video a while back on will the internet end up replacing art? And I think no. As much as I have seen pictures of famous paintings in books and even on the internet, nothing will match when I went to the Museum of Art in Washington, D.C. a few years ago and actually saw real paintings by everybody. The collection was very extensive, and there's something about being right up close to a painting and seeing the brush strokes that make it so textured. When you're on the internet, all the pictures kind of look like this. It takes seeing paintings and drawings up close to see them like this. Aside from taking away maybe the need to go to art museums, it could also potentially take away the need to go to zoos. For example, also in Washington, D.C., they have the D.C. Zoo. The D.C. Zoo also has live cameras, so you can actually watch all of the animals in real time and to some extent study their behavior, but really you're just looking at them. Also, here on YouTube, if you go up into the search engine and type POV roller coaster, point of view, you can feel like you're right there on a roller coaster. Just put a blanket over your head and you have to not mind having peripheral vision. See how it's not exactly the same thing as riding a real roller coaster? That's kind of what it's like with art. When you're in an art museum, you notice not just the painting, but the intricate frame that makes up the painting. You notice the color choices that they chose on the wall, and why maybe the artistic coordinator chose that color due to all the other paintings in the room. You notice the crown molding. You notice the texture of the ceiling. You notice the floor. Art makes us notice the small things. At least if you're looking at it right. But then again, looking at art right can be a whole nother topic that everyone will get mad at me at. But I think to look at art correctly, if you have to assign that meaning, it means paying attention to the small and the specific, the little bitty details that make up the painting. Once you're in that frame of mind to start picking out brush strokes, you can then start to look around the room and apply that to everything. And you just kind of walk out of art museums with a new appreciation for if that blade of grass was made out of tin and 12 feet high, it could be considered a monument to nature. So I think it will never be a replacement if you're going to an art museum. However, what I think the internet might do is allow me to visit collections that I will probably never see. As much as I would love to think that I will be successful enough to go to France, I might never be successful enough to go to France and to see all of the great museums. Good thing, a lot of the Parisian museums put all of their collections on the internet, so that hopeful little professors like me can go and experience them. As always, I'll leave you guys with a challenge. My challenge for you is to click one of the links in the description. Down in the dungeon section, that's what we call the description here on my YouTube channel, are going to be a bunch of links to art websites. Most of them run by museums, a few private collections. There will also be zoos. Ideally, I'd also like you guys to leave me a comment saying what your opinions are on the internet replacing museums. You can come back to YouTube in a few minutes, just look at the art and think, would it be better in person?